players, did you know it's surprisingly easy to accompany yourself on the piano while you sing? You don't need sheet music. You don't need even a lot of experience on the piano. In fact, this is so simple that a complete beginner can begin to have fun with this. So let's dive in. All right, so the first song I want to look at is Can't Help Falling in Love. And the reason for this is that it's got very simple chords, it's a timeless classic, and it's very romantic. And it's super simple to play. So you're going to see on your screen lyrics with chord names above them. When you see C, you're just going to take your right hand, place your thumb on C, and you can make this open shape here. So in its most simple forms, you could do this. Wise, and then move your whole hand up. You've got E and B, man, and then down to A, say, only fools rush in. So as you can see, I'm just moving my hand so that my thumb lines up on the chord above the lyric, and my 5 finger is a 5th apart. It's basically just the outer shell of a chord. And I can add an accompaniment with my left hand by just playing that note. So, wise men say. And if you don't want to do a rhythm, only fools rush in, you can just play and hold the chords. But I can't help falling in love with you. Now, the only little challenging part on the song is when we get to the chorus. So we've got an E minor, so you could just play the shell or you could play the middle note. Like a river flows. For this chord, just play B, D sharp, and F sharp. Surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things, A, C sharp, and E, are meant to be. D minor, D, F, and A, B. And then you're back where you're starting. So there you go. It's a super simple song. It's a song that everybody loves, and it's very romantic. So whoever you perform this for, I'm sure they will be very happy. Okay, the next song I want to look at is Sunday Morning by Maroon 5. Now, the reason for this is because the piano part sounds so beautiful. It's got 7th chords, but they're really simple to play. The other cool thing about this song is that the chord progression sort of just repeats itself. So once you've got the main 3 chords, you've got the song. So here's how it's going to sound. Sunday morning, rain is falling. Steal some cover, share some skin. Clouds are shrouding us in moments unforgettable. You twist to fit the mold that I am in. Now, it sounds impressive, and I'm playing a 2-5-1 progression, super common in jazz. And it is one of my favorite progressions to play because it just feels so smooth under the fingers. So to play a D minor 7, put your thumb on A, your 2 on C, your 3 on D, and your 5 on F. Then to get to your G7, all you have to do is move your bottom fingers down to play G, B, and D. So look at this movement is really smooth. And then we're gonna play a C major 7, and we're just gonna drop these 2 fingers here. So let's do that one more time. We're gonna go D minor 7, G7, and then we're gonna drop these top 2 down. So we've got G, B, C, and E. And then we'll match the chord movements with our left hand. So D, G, and C. Now, if you wanna get extra fancy, when you move to the next round of D minor 7, G7, and C major 7, you can walk your left hand up chromatically. It just adds like an extra little bit of fanciness. And that's the song. That may be all I need. In darkness, she is all I see. And on you go. Okay, next up we have Stay With Me by Sam Smith. And I just wanted to take a moment here to remind you, you don't have to be a great singer to cultivate this skill. You can hum along. You can have a friend or a family member sing along with you. This is so healthy. This is so good for you as a piano player because it's going to help you to work on your rhythm. It's going to help you to gain confidence with your chord movements. It's going to do all kinds of great things for your skill set as a piano player. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't matter if you're a great vocalist. I say you should just sing along because it's a ton of fun, but I'll leave that with you. So for this song, we're going to begin on A minor. And I like to play that shape in second inversion. So I've got E, A, and C. Guess it's true, I'm not good at a one-night stand. Then those movements really smooth. So we've got E, A, and C. We move to F, and then we're gonna just drop our bottom 2 fingers. We've got E and G, and now we've cycled through those chords. And honestly, this is basically the entire song. So once you master this movement, you've got Stay With Me. A minor, F, C. Now the only thing that's a little bit tricky on this song is that the C chord happens on a bit of a, it happens a bit sooner. So watch what happens when I count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it happens on the end of the 4. And you may have noticed I played that A minor in a different inversion the second time through. It's totally fine. You can play these chords wherever you like, whatever feels good and smooth to you. So to put the vocal on that, guess it's true, I'm not good at a one-night stand. You can kind of keep some rhythm here if you want, but I still need love because I'm just a man. Let's play that G a few times. These nights never seem to go to plan. Was a low note. I don't want you to. We've got a G sus here, so you could just play G, C, and D if you like, or you could just play a G chord. Doesn't make a difference. So we've gone from A minor. I don't want you to leave, or you could play a sus. Leave, will you hold my hand? 2, 3. Oh, won't you stay with me? You can keep a rhythm, 'cause you're all I need. Fun part coming up. This ain't love. Okay, I should take a moment to address that. There's an extra chord in there. There's a G over the word this. So when you've come off of, 'cause you're all I need. This ain't love, it's clear to see. So that takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's a simple chord. It's just a G, B, and D. And then we get a fun moment. We're gonna play a G sharp diminished over the word darling, but darling, stay with me. So don't freak out if you've never played a diminished chord before. They're not as scary as they seem. Diminished chords are built using, so you just start on the note that it calls for, so G sharp, and then you just build it using stacks of minor thirds. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3 half steps, and 1, 2, 3 half steps. You've got G sharp, B, and D. And it sounds really crunchy on its own, but it carries you. But darling, stay with me. And you've got it. So this is one of those songs that it only has 3 chords, and it gives you a little bit of a challenge with that rhythm, with moving to the C on the end of the 4, a little bit early it feels like. And then we've got that super warm sounding chord on the word darling with the G sharp diminished. So it's just a lot of fun because it's simple, but there's still things that you can work on that will push your skill set. Next up, we've got A Million Reasons by Lady Gaga. And the reason this one is so great is because it's in the key of C, it's got a very steady rhythm, and it's an epic vocal. It's just such a beautiful song. So it starts, you just place your thumb on C. You're gonna be playing the chords C, A minor, F, and G. And those are all the chords you need for this song. And the rhythm can just be a steady 1, 2, 3, 4. You're giving me a million reasons to let you go. You're giving me a million reasons to quit the show. You're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons, about a million reasons. And that's all that happens in the verses. In the chorus, the chords change order a little bit. I bow down to pray. I try to make the words seem better. Lord, show me. I'm using heavy octaves in my left hand for some drama. The way to cut through all this worn out leather. I've got 100 million reasons to walk away, but baby, I just need one good one to stay. You've got the song. So it's very straightforward. It's the pop chord progression, and it's a lot of fun. Now, here is a little trick. If this song, you're like, whoa, I cannot sing that. You're going to learn so much in terms of coordination if you even just say the words instead of singing them. This will challenge your independence because it's really hard to make words while you're playing the piano if you've never done it before. So it'll sound like this. You're giving me a million reasons to let you go. You're giving me a million reasons to quit the show. You're giving me and then I have have to sing because it just feels better. But if you prefer to say the words, you're still developing the coordination and you can have some fun with it too. Okay, next up we have Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift. Now, I'm just gonna tell you out the gates that pretty much anything by Taylor Swift is gonna be super straightforward to play on the piano and lots of fun to sing along with. So you could check out anything from her catalog, especially the earlier songs. But for this lesson, we're gonna look at Wildest Dreams, which is originally in C sharp. It's a bit of a more challenging key, so I've lowered it by a half step, just to keep it simple. So we've got a C, and then an E minor, and then a D. So it's gonna go like this. He said, let's get out of this town, drive out of the city, away from the crowds. I thought heaven can't help me now, nothing lasts forever. It's so simple, but this is gonna take me down. He's so tall and handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well. I can see the end as it begins. My one condition is, I got a little fancy there. I played a D sus2, just in case you want to try that. Here's a normal D chord. I swapped the middle note for the second note instead. It just adds a little bit of color, so you can absolutely add that into what you're doing. I just played it really simply, really basically. You just play the chord and hold it, and then sing along. You know, I just wanted to draw attention. I've been following Courtney Cox on Instagram, and this is something that she does all the time. I was surprised. I'm like, oh my gosh, she plays the piano. But she sits down, and she plays the chords, and her friends, which happen to be famous singers for the most part, come and sing along with her. But it is such a cool skill, and you can just see the joy as she goes through the process. So this is why I'm so excited to be teaching this to you, because you don't have to play for years to be able to do this. This is something that you can start on right away. So I would encourage you with Wildest Dreams, when we get to the chorus, to maybe build a little rhythm. So you could add heavier octaves in your left hand if you want, and some more rhythm in your right. So it might sound like this. Say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Wildest dreams. So really quickly, the path I was taking through those chords was a root position G chord, a first inversion D chord. So I played F sharp, A, and D. And then I went to A minor. This feels good here, back to root position. And then C, it's really simple. You just drop your thumb down one step. And then look at G is right boop, here. And then you can move nice and comfortably to the D, back to root position A minor, and then the thumb drops to get you to the C. And so that is a really smooth process. And then the left hand can kind of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm playing on the ands as well there, and it just lends some rhythm. So there you go. There's 5 songs that you can choose from to practice singing and playing the piano at the same time. Now, if you are into this and you're like, oh my goodness, I absolutely love singing and playing, but I just wish I sounded a little better, don't worry. We've got a link for you below that's going to help you find a lesson that you can use to start improving your vocals and get more confident in the singing and playing process. But my advice for right now is, enjoy singing. Don't be judgy on how you sound, and just get used to the coordination it takes to go through a song. Moving through those chords is step 1. Step 2 is maybe humming along, and then step 3 would be to sing the actual words if you're finding it difficult. So you can follow that little process, and it'll definitely help you on your journey. So comment below, let me know what your favorite one of these songs is. Happy practicing, and I'll see you around.